I see the art of collaboration as a group of people from different spheres in life, if you like to call it that, different work backgrounds, all coming together with a common purpose and sharing their very diverse expertise in order to, well, in a way, I think the original idea behind it was to better the world.
In terms of this particular collective, the art of collaboration really is a bringing together of a disparate range of people from different disciplines, different skill sets. And I suppose more than anything else, it's really about the fun of creating together. When you bring a group of people like that together, you create a space in which an extraordinary range of ideas come into play that would not be possible, that is not possible when you only have discipline-specific people in the room. So if we want to expand even our arts practice, or we want to expand our view of our engineering processes or our psychology or psychiatry, then having different viewpoints and allowing those viewpoints have a perspective can provide, I would say, a transformative effect on disciplines.
Collaboration, I think, is an integral part of learning transfer. I think it's one of the necessary conditions, because we learn not just individually from a particular source, but a huge impact on learning is the people around us. So we do learn from each other. But the interesting thing I always find about learning transfer and information and knowledge, I can give you all the knowledge I have. I still have it afterwards. I haven't given it away to you. I still have it. Now you have it as well. And you can give it to other people and so on. So yeah, transferring it around is in my view, very, very important aspect, and collaboration is central to that.
What's really interesting about it is dealing with the various different kind of sectors that we have going on here, is that they're all very complementary to each other and interwoven. And I think any business would be interested in having a model that is very interwoven, where each different sector is really propping up each other and the next.
As a concept, I would see it as a way in which different groups of people are listening to one another and informing one another, but also going away to reflect on how whatever that message that someone else might have might actually affect their own work and whatever their own creative process is. I mean, I don't think there are very, very many fora where you have such a diverse membership with such an interesting skill set and collective experience, who are able to come together and are able to be conversant on so many different topics which are extremely relevant to people of all walks of life.
I, for one, realised, well, this is so easy. We're on the same page. We seem to have the same idea about the music. And for me, that just made everything just open up in terms of I could express whatever opinions I wanted or would think of, and realise that this is not going to cause any upset or any concern. This was going to add to what we're doing. And as a result, for me, it meant that this is kind of a very open and free experience. And that's, in my opinion, exactly what the art of collaboration is all about. To have that freedom in your head.
There's a thing about being set free that comes with collaboration across disciplines, with the merger of people's thoughts, even just the presence of somebody from engineering or, psychology or education or music or sport, you're suddenly in a perspective, and it's deepened, it's widened, and it's shared. And their joys and understandings, somehow, if you're open to it, change your frustrations and difficulties. And for me, that was the breakthrough, the transience of things. It's about having a group of people who bring, obviously, all the varieties of humanity with us, and it is wonderfully varied. But ultimately, it's been a joy to be part of it. And that makes a sense of the purpose.
The lack of really strong focus on an output, it created the space for probably more interesting results than if we had really set out to create something. And it's something I think a lot of people are lacking in their lives. I certainly am, because I would get nervous if we don't have an output. You know, there is pressure to create something, or to have a product, I guess. And I know if I didn't have it, I'd feel like, well, what have I been doing? I can't show something. So it's really interesting to have that space, which is intense brainstorming.
It's a process without a defined outcome. I think that's really important. And I think certainly when I have been involved with the art of collaboration, as an audience member or someone who's watching, you don't know where it's going to quite end up. And that's the beauty of it. You might have a program, but you're not quite sure what reaction or what feeling it's actually going to quite provoke at the end of it. And that's what I find what's so compelling and intriguing about collaboration as a whole. I would certainly see that is the way that going forward, I think that you could be bringing the art of collaboration not just into an event space or into a performance space, but into, I suppose, almost a workshop scenario where people could be asked to come in with a particular topic. And from that, it's almost I don't want to quite say a brainstorming session, but you don't quite know where you're going to go with next. There's a certain element of improvisation about it, but that's the beauty of it.
We only have one perspective, and the more diversity and more perspectives we have in a room, the greater the likelihood is of a good outcome for a broad range of people.